Welcome in Pesky Pole YouTube channel. We have some 1954 PC replay baseball, and we're cruising along here. It is May 30th, 1954, and today's kind of episode is about the Brooklyn Dodgers. Now, as you can see, they are 16 and 23 in the National League, and they are 12 games back of the Milwaukee Braves and the New York Giants. So, a couple of things to look at. First off, go to the standings real quick. And I always put the actual standings here on the right-hand side. Here's the replay standings. So, in 1954, in case you didn't know, the New York Giants won the National League with 97 wins. And the Brooklyn Dodgers were 5 back with 92 wins. And the Milwaukee Braves were 8 back with 89 wins. So realistically, in the replay, you would say that all three of those teams have a realistic shot of winning the National League in the replay in terms of the margin of error, the dice, the luck, and so forth. Obviously, the Giants are the favorites, okay? The Dodgers, though, were 30 games over 500 in real life, and they're 16 and 23 right now. And so why is that? Like, this is always kind of cool, and some people get turned off by this. Now, remember, this game is a game where you're rolling digital dice. There is no kind of, AI in terms of like the game cheats somehow or, whatever it is. It's the dice rolling. It's if you roll the dice, regular dice, the same thing. And so there's some kind of variety there, some varied there, and there is. So if you look at the Dodgers' record, their expected win-loss record right now is 23 and 16. Okay, and this happens. You can look at some real baseball too in terms of which teams are kind of. And I don't want to use the word lucky. It's just that they're playing right now in a way that their record should be 23 and 16, yet they're 16 and 23. And the big thing is they're 1 and 6 in one-run games, 0 and 3 in extra inning games. So they're not winning the close games. And so really they've kind of had the dice haven't rolled their way in that idea. And so the question is, will they get hot? Now their offense is scary. Like, this offense is unbelievable. Let me pull up Brooklyn real quick. They're second in the NL in runs scored, third in the NL in batting average, second in on base, 52 home runs. Okay, the issue is their pitching. It's an 8-team league, guys. So 6th, 7th, and 7th, and so they're not pitching at all. But if you look at their lineup, Duke Snider has hitting 433, 11 home runs. Jackie hitting 340. Gil Hodges 11 home runs. I mean, so they're hitting the ball, but they're just not. It's cool. I mean, I like seeing. I mean, obviously, if you're playing with this team, it gets frustrating a little bit, but it's cool to see some variety. In my '91 replay, the Pittsburgh Pirates had a similar season to Brooklyn's having right now, which everything went against them. And I think Glenn Victor is doing a 91 replay with PC Replay Baseball too, and the Pirates are rolling along like they did in real life. And so sometimes you get that kind of that variation. So the question is Brooklyn done? They're 12 games back, and so when I come to you right now, they're playing the New York Giants. In this game here, I'm going to put this game on the channel. This will be up probably tomorrow, the next day. So look for it. This is a 3-game series. Friday night they played them. Okay. And this is a heartbreaker. The Giants hit back-to-back pinch hit homers. And their pitcher also homered. And they won 6-5. It was a game that Brooklyn had the game won, and they gave it away. Yesterday's game, they beat up the Giants. They beat up Sal Magley really, really well. Snyder went deep, 9-2. So this game here is maybe a game they kind of get back on track a little bit. Johnny Padres against Johnny Antonelli, who's been unreal this season, doing so. So that's one thing to look at too. I'll have the game on the channel, and so we'll see. Can Brooklyn kind of right the ship? Can they catch the Giants, and so forth? Doing so. If you look also too, the Milwaukee Braves are playing out of their mind. They were an 89 win team, pretty good team. They're playing 28-11 ball, and that's what they're playing in real life. The Giants have been a little bit lucky. They're playing 25-14 ball in terms of their performance, but they're 28-11. And so we'll see what happens. I'm playing the New York Giants. I'm managing them. If you don't know, my dad's hero is Willie Mays, and so whenever Willie Mays, I try to play Willie Mays seasons and be the Giants. It's my way of kind of watching Willie Mays play, even though I didn't get to see him play. My dad was 8 years old during this time, so it's kind of my way of doing that. So now, if we look at the Giants real quick, the look at this the daily here. Willie Mays having a monster year right now. So Mays, of course, this is the year he had the big year, MVP year. He's got 2 multi-home run games. He's hitting .394, 14 homers, 46 ribbies. In real life, he had .345, 41 home runs. And so, keep in mind, I showed you guys the other day the video of the encyclopedia, and I played 2 seasons right now. The all-time home run leader for my 2 replay seasons is Dave Winfield at 39 home runs. So yeah, I think you may see Willie Mays become the home run king in my replays when this is all over. Kluszewski's got 18 home runs, so he may be the home run king. We kind of take a look at the Giants summary real quick. We'll kind of look at them and kind of their team. They're fun to play with. They're deep. They've got pitching. They've got hitting. They've got defense. And so they're pretty unreal. Johnny Anthony 9-0 with a 1.72 ERA. You see they're starting right there and so forth. Mays with 14 home runs. Irvin with 9. Mays in 394. So they're pretty loaded. Look at Milwaukee. Milwaukee's in a great year and tied with the Giants for first place right now. And they're about pitching. You look at their pitching. They're first in runs against, second in run average, second in whip, first in batting average against. And so they get it done with Spahn, Burdette, Conley, Chet Nichols, Jim Wilson, and so forth. Eddie Matthews kind of leads the way offensively with 12 homers. But Hank Aaron hitting .374. This is rookie Hank Aaron. So he made his debut this season. So this is rookie Hank Aaron. He is let's see, 34. He's 20 years old. So he's 20 years old. He had a 16-game hitting streak going on, hitting .374, only 2 home runs so far. He had .280 with 13 home runs in real life. So he's off to a good start now. But he's not kind of the main focus. It's Eddie Matthews really the main focus of the offense, and we'll see how they do. We'll probably put a Giants Braves game up on the channel too here in the not so distant future when they play next time. That's kind of how that schedule is going. American League, it's a battle between the Yankees and Indians. As you can see, the Yankees and Indians are a game and a half apart. White Sox are 1.5 there too. You can see not as much offensive numbers in the American League. 8 home runs leads the way. Nationally, he's got an offensive explosion. Kluszewski and Mays, Snyder and Musial up there. A lot of great names. So the 50s, National League Baseball in the 50s and 60s is I wasn't alive for it, but the names there are pretty cool. And so I definitely like to replay those seasons with the Giants and Willie Mays and see if I can get Mays a World Series title like he won one in '54. It was the only one that he won. Trying to get him a championship there too. So we'll see if the Giants can hold off the Braves. We'll see if the Dodgers make a comeback, and of course, and see what happens if the World Series takes place between the Giants and Indians. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.